can in terms of business applications or consumer applications. What does that mean?
The consumer applications are really driven by businesses that are enabling consumer apps, B2B2C. So if you think about network edge compute, that is bringing the cloud to your major metro, so that instead of being hundreds or thousands of miles away, it's 1 to 5 to 10 to 15 miles away. When that cloud is closer, that means that the latency inherently gets materially decreased, coupled with 5G generally will be under 20 milliseconds. So what does this mean for a business? This means that, let's say a retailer, as an example, can have a series of stores around Dallas or Atlanta or New York or wherever, and they can shift the compute that they have in their stores into the cloud, because that cloud is now close enough to their end retail locations where they no longer need the compute there. That means lower cost compute, taking advantage of someone else's capital, so that you can think about moving into a monthly reoccurring expense stream model and creating entirely new experiences, right? Back to the, what will 5G drive? So as an example, there's a major retailer that we're working with right now, and they're interested in using network edge compute both to create operational efficiencies as well as new customer experiences inside their retail stores. One of the operational efficiencies that they're looking at is, today they have literally massive amounts of compute on location tied to video cameras that are being used both as protection, monitoring outside of their stores, as well as to minimize breakage, shoplifting, etc. within their stores. Can I take those video cameras and those feeds and shift the data of that off of the compute in my store to using a network edge compute variation? That's one, driving operational efficiencies. Customer experience. Can I enable some sort of magic mirror where instead of my customers having to go into the changing room to try on 5, 10, 15 different things and the sheer amount of time that takes, can I stand in front of something similar to Pose with the Pros that uses a big LED screen, a video camera that's part of it, and then seamlessly I can put on a jacket or a blouse, pants, a skirt, etc. And then swiping left and right, I can try on different color, pattern combinations. I can make helpful suggestions on complementary pieces of clothing, whether that's accessories or shoes, etc. I'm not a great shopper. I look forward to this becoming a reality so I can go in and take advantage of it myself. And this becomes truly an incredible new customer experience. One, you can try on infinitely more combinations of.
We're discussing data and intuition, the role in marketing. We call that quantitative marketing. Our guests are two folks from the Columbia Business School at Columbia University in New York City. Oded Netzer is the Vice Dean for Research and a professor and author of the new book, Decisions Over Decimals. And Amy Jake is the Chief Marketing Officer of the institution.
For me, marketing is the part of any organization that is on charge of facilitating and enabling a successful transaction with the customer. And successful, by the way, could mean profit if it's for profit, could be engagement, for example, if it's non-profit. But the ones who are on charge of making sure that such transactions, relationships do exist. And now you want to layer on it the quantitative part of it. In order to create these successful interactions, I really need to understand, if I'm the firm, who's on the other side, and it's not exactly the other side, who are my partners, my customers. And for that, I need a lot of data and a lot of information about my customers and who they are, and good understanding of who I am, what are my capabilities. And that, again, requires data and analytics. And specifically, the analytics is often done in order to try and understand this match, the match between the customer and the firm, and what the firm has to offer, and even changing what the firm has to offer to make sure it matches what customers want. Particularly in recent years, where a lot of the effort went towards is getting better and better understanding of the customers, because the better and the more we understand the customers, the better we can actually serve them what it is that they want.